Hi dears, I hope you're having a great day. Let's go for a story. India is a mixed economy with ups and downs, and it has its own business cycle with a concept having 3124 orders. It has various forms of business organizations, which includes camel companies. Some are micro, which is involved in cosmic, and some are macro, which has a pencil in it. The companies work 29 by 7 with 470 sections of people dealing with it. Did you understand anything from this story? You would not have got a bit of it, but maybe that's what we should do for. You will have to wait till the end of this video to see what is going to happen based on this story. This is CS Bharat Kumar, Company Secretary by profession, passionate in teaching for all the facets of profession, CA, CMA, and CS. I am a faculty in Institute of Chartered Accountants of India and Company Secretaries of India. I am an adjunct faculty in Shiv Nadar University, handling subjects of business economics and BCK for CA Foundation and economics for finance for CA Intermediate. Now, let's go to the story again. You will try to understand what I was talking about. Maybe I'll take you to the story with the connections so that it becomes easier. CA profession is all going to be connections. When you study one particular subject, it is not going to be that subject alone that will take you to be a professional. You need to have a combination of every subject, and you need to be a king of all trades. So that is going to be really, really important for you to become a professional. Why not we start that with the CA foundation? Now let's go to the connections. I'll again go to the story. India is a mixed economy with ups and downs, and it has its own business cycle. We'll stop there. Mixed economy. You will study about this concept in business economics, which is in chapter number 1, because there are 3 types of economies like capitalist economy, socialist economy, and mixed economy. You know, obviously, India is a mixed economy, and this is going to be types of economic systems. So you would have seen that I have colored the fonts. I have given a font color for a particular word so that you know what the keyword is all about. Ups and downs, and it has its own business cycles. Now, what is ups and downs in business cycles? In chapter number 5 of business economics, you will have something called business cycles, and there are 4 phases of business cycles. How to remember that 4 phases of business cycles? Should you remember it in order? Undoubtedly, yes. So I'll again read that sentence. And it has its own business cycle with a concept having 3124 orders. Concept is the word that you see, but CEPT is what you should try to concentrate on. What am I talking about? The CEPT is going to be a crucial word now, because CEPT are the 4 phases of your business cycle, but it's having an order called 3124. It's not going to be the actual order. It is 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you see what are the 4 phases of business cycle, 1, that CEPT, remember CEPT, CEPT in concept. E is going to be expansion. So 3, 1, 2, 4. What is 3? Contraction, then expansion, peak, and trough. So there are 4, and that's what we told in concept. But how to easily remember expansion, and then it will go to peak, and from the peak it will slowly come down as a contraction, and it is going to go for a real depression. Again, it may start with the expansion stage. So these are the 4 phases of business cycles that we are going to concentrate. So remember concept CEPT having 3124 orders, and that's jumbled. Now you know what is going to be 1, 2, and 3, and 4. The concepts and the classes that we take will be really conceptual, and it is not just. We need to be psychologically really strong, and we need to take that as a passion. When you read subjects like this, it should be more like a magic, so that you will never feel like you are studying a theory subject. Theory subjects are fun to do because you can play with it, and that's how it is all going to be. So I just wanted to give a very small intro of what we are trying to do. Let's go to the next sentence. It has various forms of business organizations, which include camel companies. What are camel companies? Do you know any company which is like camel? Let's go for it. Forms of business organization, I have colored in green. I am giving the same legend here. It is covered in BCK chapter number 1. There are various forms of business organizations. How do you run the business? It can be through sole proprietorship, SP, HUF, Hindu undivided family, partnership, limited liability partnership, and company. So it can be anything, and that's going to be there in chapter number 1, which is your introduction to BCK. Now, camel companies. Let's go for it. What is camel companies? Again, you will read in chapter 1 of Companies Act. When it comes to your definitions, you will read various types of companies. What is camel? The companies can be based on control, that's C. It can be based on access to capital, that's A. It can be based on membership, M. It can be any other companies, external other way of covering companies, E. And it can be companies based on liability. So camel is how you can easily remember. The whole set of 19 to 20 companies will get covered under the word camel. So camel is a mnemonic that you can easily remember. Psychologically, if you see, there are some 25 mnemonics that we have in the whole world. I just try to use 2 or 3, and that's going to be more than sufficient when you are covering, irrespective whether it is CA foundation, inter, or final examinations. Now you know what is camel. Based on control, based on access to capital, based on membership, based on external others, and based on liability. So that's going to be easy. Camel companies are done. Now let's go to the next one. Now, are you understanding what I am still trying to covering? I am trying to cover business economics combined with BCK, combined with your business laws. So it is going to be very important that I am covering a business laws in a related way for us to cover. Business economics, BCK, and business laws. Now let's go to the next one. Some are micro, which is involved in cosmic. You should understand there are 2 types of environment: micro environment, macro environment. Like how you have for economics, microeconomics and macroeconomics. Similarly, you have in a business environment, you have micro and macro environment. In business environment, what am I talking about? Business environment, it is nothing but your chapter number 2 of your BCK, business and commercial knowledge. So automatically micro environment means it will be involved in cosmic, not the cosmic that we are talking about. Cosmic is the mnemonic. So in micro environment, what is cosmic? It can be customer, it can be organization, it can be supplier, it can be market, it can be intermediaries who are agents, or it can be competitors. So you can remember cosmic very easily. Micro, cosmic has got no connection, but mnemonic wise, it has got various big connections, and that's what is cosmic all about. I'll continue the paragraph. Some are micro, which has a puzzle in it. Now, you might not have again got it. Macro environment is another environment, which is again covered in chapter number 2, which will have puzzle in it. What is puzzle? It can be political environment, it can be economic environment, it can be socio-cultural, it can be technological environment, it can be legal environment, or any other environmental factors. Now see the beauty that we are covering. Economic environment, I'm going to mark something in a different color. Why am I marking this? Economic environment in BCK will get covered with business economics chapter number 1, because I have already told you the types of economic systems where you have a mixed economy, capitalist economy, socialist economy are all going to be covered here. So economic environment as a whole, when you see the macro environment, it gets covered in BCK, but individually, if you wanted to take economic environment alone, it is there already in business economics. So now you know exactly what puzzle is all about. Now let's go to the next one. The companies work 29/7. Guys, I know you will definitely take it differently. We usually say 24/7, 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. What is this 29/7 with 470 sections of people dealing with it? Do you have 400 sections of people dealing with it? No, that's only for the story. What is 29/7? 29/7 is again there in your Companies Act. We say there are 29 chapters and 7 schedules in Companies Act. So that's what we are talking about. 29/7, you can easily remember with 470 sections. Stop there, because in Companies Act, there are totally 470 sections. So if you actually see 470-29-7, what does that mean? There are 470 sections, there are 29 chapters, and there are 7 schedules. So that's what I wanted to bring it a story. Now I will read the story again, starting from again how the business cycle is. I'll start from where I will end up with where I started, and so that you will understand it very clearly. India is a mixed economy with ups and downs. Talking about business cycles, and it has own business cycle with a concept having 3 1 2 4, which is nothing but an expansion, peak, contraction, and trough. It has various forms of business organizations, which include camel companies. Now you know what is camel. It can be easily segregated. Some are micro, which is involved in cosmic. You know what is cosmic? Customer or consumer, organization, supplier, market, intermediaries, and competitors. And some are macro. Some companies are macro, which has a puzzle in it. Puzzle is political, economic, socio-cultural, technological, legal, and environmental factors. The companies work with 29/7. That means what? The Companies Act has got 29 chapters and 7 schedules with 470 sections, and that's going to be easy for us to cover. Just a small story which will create a fun out of it, but I bet you will be able to remember every bit of the word that I was explaining, so that it becomes easier for us to cover. Theory is going to be fun, and we will try to enjoy the whole of the class like this, connecting with various colors. If you actually see the colors that we use, the colors get attracted, the retina gets attracted with colors. So you will always feel energetic, even though you are studying a theory paper. Let's break the attitude saying theory paper will make you sleep. Theory is fun, and it will make you really, really energetic, and it creates a magic. It depends on how you study and who handles the subject. So I hope you are having a great day. I thought maybe I can start with the story and end up with the concepts remaining to it. So this is again Bharat, concentrating on CA Foundation right now on the classes. Very, very happy to get associated with various faculties on the CA Foundation, and I'll be handling business economics, BCK, and business laws for you. Have a great day. Thank you.